The president claims that micro PPKM policy is effective in suppressing COVID-19 cases.
Market Headlines is ready to provide you a number of information from business, economic, and capital market sectors. With me, Claranta Wijaya, and this is Market Headlines. President Joko Widodo said that the impositions of restrictions on micro-scale community activities, or micro PPKM, has succeeded in reducing COVID-19 cases. The president mentioned that additions of positive cases of COVID-19 nationally began to fall at 8,000 to 9,000.
President Joko Widodo said that the implementation of restrictions on micro-scale community activities, or micro PPKM, which carried out starting February 9, 2021, succeeded in reducing the COVID-19 cases. The president mentioned that the addition of positive cases of COVID-19 nationally began to fall at 8,000 to 9,000.
Yang kedua, kelihatan sekali sudah turun. Yang ketiga, ini turun lagi. Kasus aktif juga kalau kita ingat, mungkin 3 minggu yang lalu, itu masih di angka-angka 14.000, bahkan 15.000. Sekarang, minggu terakhir kemarin ini, sudah di 8.000, 9.000, 8.000, 9.000, sudah selama seminggu. Hanya kemarin itu, ini lagi ke 10.000. Tapi ini menunjukkan bahwa PPKM mikro ini kalau memang kita lakukan serius, ini akan memberikan hasil.
Jokowi said that from the beginning he wanted micro-scale restrictions. According to him, the PPKM that was previously implemented has proven ineffective in reducing the rate of transmission of COVID-19. He added in the micro PPKM policy, the government imitated India. India implemented a micro-lockdown which was then effective in reducing COVID-19 cases. Meanwhile, according to the president, the imposition of broad restrictions will not be effective in suppressing the COVID-19 cases. He emphasized that the limitation should be done in areas that fall into the red zone category. That way, the economy of the people in other areas will continue to run. IDX Channel's coverage team reported.
In strengthening the implementations of micro PPKM, the Ministry of Health ensures that it focuses on two things, namely the second stage of vaccinations program and strengthening the implementation of testing and tracing COVID-19 cases.
The Ministry of Health will focus on two things in strengthening the implementation of micro PPKM policy. Health Minister Budi Gunadi Sadikin explained that the first thing the ministry will do is to run a second phase vaccination program, where he estimates that this stage will require around 76 million doses of vaccine, which is intended for around 38 million public workers and the elderly. The government is targeting the second phase of vaccination to be completed in June 2021.
Ini kami mulai masuk ke tahap kedua, yaitu tahap lansia dan tenaga kerja publik, yang nanti akan segera kita mulai vaksinasi sebanyak 38 juta peserta ya sampai akhir Juni, yang membutuhkan sekitar 76 juta dosis vaksin. Kemudian dari sisi diagnostik, kami diminta oleh Pak Menko untuk segera menjalankan testing, tracing, dan isolasi. Kami melaporkan bahwa dari sisi testing, alhamdulillah sistemnya sekarang sudah siap.
The second focus is strengthening the implementation of the 3T programs, where the Ministry of Health has prepared a tracing system because it has distributed antigen rapid test kits. And the ministry has prepared an additional 5,000 tracing personnel from members of the Indonesian Army and Police. This number becomes an additional 5,000 of tracers that have been prepared by BNPB. From Jakarta, Raharjo Patmo for IDX Channel.
The Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or KADIN, estimates that the total losses due to flooding in Jakarta is amounting to 40 billion rupiah per day. This loss is due to disruptions of trade and logistics activities.
Chairperson of the Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry of the Jakarta chapter, Diana Dewi, regrets the occurrence of flooding in Jakarta, especially in business centers. Diana said that due to the floods that have occurred in Jakarta since last weekend, it is estimated that it will have an impact on decreasing turnover of traders until the culinary business reached 20%. In addition, a greater loss is estimated to occur in the logistics sector, where floods have submerged a number of toll road access in Jakarta and its surroundings, especially the turnover of money in the logistics sector reaching 50 billion rupiah per day. With the flood, the estimated loss is 40 billion rupiah per day.
Mana kita ketahui JOR dan Tol Cikampek sempat tertutup akibat banjir. Bila kita melihat omset harian sekitar 40 sampai 45 miliar untuk di logistik, maka akibat dari penutupan per satu hari kemarin pada tanggal 20 Februari, maka kita menghitung penutupan itu berdampak dan memprediksi sekitar 30 sampai 40 miliar omsetnya turun di sektor logistik.
Although appreciating the fast steps of the Jakarta provincial government to tackle flooding, but business actors asked the government to continue to push and improve the drainage system in the Jakarta area. From Jakarta, Ade Firmansyah for IDX Channel.
Indonesian Railway Company, or KAI, cancelled 15 scheduled long-distance train trips from Pasar Senen and Gambir Station in Jakarta. The cancellation was due to the floods that hit the rail between Gedung Station and Lemah Abang Station.
Indonesian Railways Company, or KAI, cancelled 15 scheduled long-distance train trips from Pasar Senen and Gambir Station, Jakarta. The cancellation was due to floods that hit the rail between Gedung Station and Lemah Abang Station. The 15 cancelled long-distance train schedules consist of 7 train schedules from Pasar Senen and 8 from Gambir Station.
Ya, dampak dari cuaca ekstrim yang terjadi sejak dini hari pagi tadi menyebabkan sejumlah ruas jalur rel di area Daup 1 Jakarta terendam banjir dan belum dapat dilalui untuk perjalanan kereta api jarak jauh, tepatnya pada KM 55 sampai dengan KM 54 antara stasiun Lemah Abang sampai dengan stasiun Gedung Gede. Dan PT KAI Daup 1 Jakarta mengucapkan permohonan maaf atas gangguan operasional perjalanan KA dampak dari jalur rel yang terendam banjir tersebut, dan seluruh tim prasarana saat ini sedang melakukan proses percepatan perbaikan dari jalur rel yang terdampak banjir sambil menunggu untuk debit air dari Citarum dan juga Sungai Cibeet dapat segera normal kembali.
Regarding this, management of KAI informed prospective passengers who already have a ticket for departure on February 22, 2021 from Gambir or Pasar Senen Station, they can cancel their tickets for up to 30 days with 100% refund at the cancellation counter at the station. From Jakarta, Sofian Firdaus, Fajar Wayong for IDX Channel.
Market headlines will be right back after this quick break. Stay tuned.
Saya Prisa Samodatu membawakan program berita News Screen yang menghadirkan informasi seputar ekonomi maupun juga bisnis dari dalam negeri.
Market hari ini sudah dibuka dan menghijau begitu. Anda ada di zona positif, akankah ini terus berlanjut?
Saya masih mencermati untuk saham-saham ini ya, tambangan, saham alam putra nih ya. Asli kan kemarin belum naik, ini potensi naik.
Welcome back to Market Headlines. Electric car manufacturer owned by Elon Musk, Tesla Incorporated, chose India as its second production base in Asia. Indonesian Young Entrepreneurs Associations, or HIPMI, assessed that Tesla's decision that chose India over Indonesia as the next investment destinations is quite understandable. The news that Tesla will build factory in India has raised questions about the fate of negotiations with Indonesian government. Because previously, Tesla had sent a proposal for investment interest to the government through Coordinating Minister for Maritime Affairs and Investment, Luhut Binsar Panjaitan. Currently, Tesla is nearing the final stages of reaching an agreement to produce electric cars in South India, Karnataka, and Bangalore region. The decisions made by Tesla is understandable for Indonesian Young Entrepreneurs Associations, or HIPMI. There are several things that make India more attractive to become an investment destination country than Indonesia, such as India has experts related to information technology experts in the field of electric cars. It does have far more experts than Indonesia. HIPMI's head of finance and banking, Ajib Hamdani, explained that Tesla's failure to invest in this country marks a yellow light for the government, especially Investment Coordinating Board, which has a target of investment realization this year of up to 900 trillion rupiah.
Sebelumnya perlu kita analisa dulu tentang bagaimana target investasi yang masuk ke Indonesia. Dari BKPM itu mempunyai target sekitar 900 triliun untuk tahun 2021 ini. Tentunya di awal tahun ketika Tesla kemungkinan besar tidak jadi investasi di Indonesia, ini menjadi sebuah lampu kuning tentang bagaimana target-target selanjutnya harus dievaluasi ulang dan harus didetailkan.
However, Ajib stated that the government doesn't have to worry much. Indonesia has several sectors that have a potential to bring foreign investors to invest in the country. For example, such as manufacturing and commodities. Jakarta, Kilang Praditya for IDX Channel. Dealing with broken heart is hard, but dealing with failed investment is harder. So Tesla Incorporated preferred to invest in India than Indonesia. The electric car company from the United States is rumored to start building an electric car factory in South India, precisely in Karnataka district in Bangalore region. So does it mean that Bangalore, India has more to offer than Indonesia gives? So, well, probably. Therefore, let's see the probable reasons of why Tesla chose Bangalore, India to build its factory. Let's see it through the next graphic. Here it is. We can see some reasons why Tesla chooses Bangalore, India for making the electric vehicle gigafactory. First of all, Bangalore is India's automotive industry city, whereas there are several things that make India is more attractive to become investment destinations country than Indonesia. And Bangalore is shaping to be a hub for electric vehicle, and we can assess that it leads into offer cheap taxes for foreign investors in here. And Bangalore has many IT and aerospace manufacturing talents. And the next one is that Bangalore offers subsidy for investment promotions. And the next one is that Bangalore is the largest R&D center in India. Well, enough for the Bangalore side, so jumped into the country itself, which is India. Populations in a plus point. Given the size of populations over 1.3 billion people and growing economy as India is the 5th largest in the world, it seems like India is a market that Tesla cannot avoid, especially Tesla's updated plans to sell 20 million cars a year by 2030. And however, as of now, it is not yet clear when Tesla will kick off the work on the factory and how big and what products that will come first in India. The timeline is equally unclear. And the past, Tesla, after choosing locations of a gigafactory, began work on the plan almost immediately, like it was in Shanghai and Germany. But now Tesla seems to hold on. And well, there are a couple of things that are different when it comes to the Indian plant. So let's see it through the next graphic. Through the next graphic, we can see some oddities of Tesla's India EV Gigafactory. First of all, Karnataka state government statement hasn't been confirmed by the Tesla team. And the next one is that Tesla hasn't sold any single vehicle in India. And it leads to India has no access yet to Tesla service and repair shops. That is officially, of course. And for now, the company is conducting due diligence for office real estate in the region and plans to set up R&D facility. So does it mean that Indonesian government failed to attract Tesla to invest in this country? Well, we cannot even say so, because the American electric vehicle manufacturer Tesla still plans to invest in Indonesia. But however, Tesla only wants to invest in the energy storage system for the first step instead of batteries for electric vehicle. This ESS is like a power bank with large-scale gigantic batteries that can store up to tens of megawatts of the electric power for stabilizers or a replacement as a peaker generator. So for that, head of National EV Battery Project Acceleration Team, Agus Cahyana Wirakusuma, assessed that Tesla wanted to first identify the climate or investment conditions in the country. This is because Indonesia is a new investment destination for Tesla. And currently, Tesla is studying the conditions that exist in Indonesia and also the raw materials for EV components. So let's see what Indonesia has in the next graphic. Through the next graphic, we can see on how Indonesia can support the raw materials for electric vehicle. First of all, when we talk about nickel, reserve in Indonesia, it reached 21 million tons. And Indonesia also has another raw material, which is copper, by 51 billion tons. And not to mention about the aluminium by 1.2 billion tons. And manganese by 43 billion tons. And in short, Indonesia has raw materials for making electric cars. And President Joko Widodo has made his intention clear to leverage Indonesia's nickel reserve and the largest globally to establish country's car battery manufacturing industry, which is Indonesia Battery Holding. What is that? Let's see through the next graphic. We can see the personals of Indonesia Battery Holdings. First of all, we got Mine ID or Asahan Aluminium, and the next one is that Antam or Aneka Tambang. And the next one is that the state energy firm Pertamina and also state electricity PLN. So these are the personals of the IBH or Indonesia Battery Holding. So even though Tesla is interested in energy storage, not in the electric battery, but still Indonesia has the market itself. So once again, even though Tesla is interested in energy storage, not in electric vehicle batteries, still there are other companies that are interested with Indonesia has. For example, Contemporary Amperex Technology or CATL, a battery manufacturer from China, and South Korea's largest chemical company, LG Chem, that have committed their investment in battery manufacturing to take the nickel supplied by the Indonesian holding company. And yes, viewers, with the news that Tesla chose India for productions of electric cars, we hope that Indonesia learned the lesson and keeps striving to be more attractive, to become investment destinations country, and to become the best versions of Indonesia. Stay tuned on Market Headlines.
Pasar modal dihebohkan dengan aksi influencer dan selebriti yang membuka suara dan merekomendasikan saham di publik.
Influencer atau public figure ini mulai berani berbicara di ruang publik, berani menginformasikan terkait portofolio saham.
Aku tuh bukan endorser atau influencer yang mempromot perusahaan tersebut. Kemarin kan gue cuma cerita pengalaman gue aja, ini bukan endorse, pengalaman gue aja. Intinya jangan
Kementerian Pariwisata dan Ekonomi Kreatif telah menyiapkan 3 program yang menjadi langkah awal untuk membangkitkan pariwisata di tahun 2021.
Pemerintah menegaskan bahwa di awal tahun 2021 ini tetap fokus pada aspek kesehatan masyarakat.
Kita melihat bahwa tren positif itu terjadi karena pertumbuhan kuartal ke kuartal itu sudah di 5,05%.
Pemerintah memastikan akan mengubah bantuan sosial di wilayah Jabodetabek dari skema bantuan sembako menjadi bantuan langsung tunai.
Viewers, let's take a look at Jakarta Composite Index intraday movement. So earlier today, JCI was opened at level of 6,267.02. And then approaching the closing time on the first session, the index was on the level of 6,300.25. And the index was showing strengthening trend by the second session closing time. The index was closed at the level of 6,255.31. In short, JCI went up 0.38%. Next, we are going to see the sectoral movement. Leading the dynamics of today's trading, we got mining as the leader of the strengthening trend that went up 2.95%. Trade went up 1.59%. And we got mixed industry as the leader of the weakening trend that went down 0.7%. And basic industry that went down 0.6%. Moving on to the top gainers and the top losers, here are the key highlights from today's trading session. We got Aneka Tambang that went up 2.43%. We got MDKI that went up 7.6%. We got Tins that went up 2.16%. And Agro that went up 9.91%. And meantime, for the top losers for today's trading session, we got BBCA that went down 0.51%. We got Telkom Indonesia that went down 1.25%. We got Astra International that went down 1.3%. And BBNI that went down 1.25%. And next, we're going to see the intraday movement of rupiah towards US dollar. So rupiah opened at the level of 14,098, and rupiah was also showing weakening trend towards US dollar. It was closed at the level of 14,123. In summary, rupiah went down 0.38%. Step aside for the market conditions as coronavirus pandemic takes a big role on current economic situations. Here it is an update data about coronavirus globally. To close our market headlines today, please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, your trustworthy economic business and capital market channel. I'm Lantai. Have a nice evening and stay safe.